Alright, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network. Alright, y'all see what's going on here? As y'all see the thumbnail, y'all read the title under the thumbnail. Yeah, this is still dealing with your boy Boosie and the untimely demise of Chicago's very own jeweler Duke, and how Duke brother Stacks flies out to H-Town having a few choice of words for J.Prince Jr. and his affiliates, and also Boosie and his guys. Because Stacks, Duke brother, and his family trying to understand what happened to the jeweler. What happened to Duke pertaining to him flying out to H-Town, and why he did not make it back to Chicago. You understand? See, like I told y'all before, man, there was a conversation that had to be had between Duke brother Stacks, J.Prince Jr., and J.Prince. Because J.Prince and J.Prince Jr., you know, they connected. You know what I'm saying? They familiar with the GDs. So by Duke brother flying out to H-Town to have a meeting that needed to be had, because they trying to get an understanding of what happened to Duke and see what Boosie Camp got to say and see what J.Prince Jr. Camp got to say about it. So yeah, man, you understand that, yes, at a meeting, you know, people gonna converse. During the conversation, there's gonna be a few choice of words that may seem a little disrespectful, but at the same time, it's only because there's a lot of emotion involving the untimely demise of Duke. So with that being said, a few words are said that may have caused both sides to overreact. Stacks, being from Chicago and having a conversation with J.Prince Jr. affiliates based on his brother untimely demise, was making it seem like Stacks was pointing a finger at them on having something to do with his brother untimely demise, when he was just saying that he want the truth. He want to know what really happened, especially if he know his brother was around J.Prince Jr. and Boosie and their affiliates. These are going to be the people that he questioned based around his brother being sent up. But before we get into it, as always, let's first pay our respects and say rest in peace to Duke the jeweler, condolences to his family, and much love to all my folks in Chicago. See, the thing is, right, we don't want this to create a domino effect between young black men and them having some type of discontent with this whole situation, because we do have those that's choosing the side of Boosie, and you have those that's choosing the side of Duke the jeweler. Because you have a lot of people that's saying, hey, Boosie ain't got nothing to do with it. We're not saying that he did. We're saying that he knows the people that did. We're not saying that Boosie had his hands in it. We're just saying that he know the people that's affiliated to doing this to Duke. That's all. We're not saying he was there. We're not saying that he upped the Blicky. We're not saying none of that. We're speaking on the fact that, yes, it's a possibility that it could be somebody from Boosie's entourage, because Boosie is not in the mentality of everybody that he hang with. So again, listen to what I'm saying. Because you hang with this person don't mean you know all the moves, the motives, or agendas of this person. Okay? So again, Boosie could have been there having a normal conversation, talking about some money-making moves, type of opportunities. On the back end, you have those who can't afford those type of opportunities. You understand? Who's listening to these guys talk about how they gonna make major plays, make major moves, and it got them feeling some type of way. We all know how guys get when they get around other dudes who making money, and they feel like they won't give them that secret to how they making their money. We all know how guys get when they're around other dudes with money. Come on, man, they like hawks. They trying to hear and pay attention to what you doing and who you around and where you going. So like I said, man, yes, Duke brother Stacks, he have his right to feel that way. Because again, something happened to his brother that wasn't a street dude. And a bigger picture is that he's looking at his nephew. You understand? See, I don't think people is taking that to account as well. That's the reason why we're not predominantly speaking on and saying that Boosie has something to do with this, or even speaking on the accounts of the jury. It's all pertaining to the untimely demise of Duke the jeweler. The untimely demise of a young black successful up-and-coming jeweler who was not a street dude, who wasn't into street activity, you understand, but gets sent up in H-Town during the time where he's making a vacation/business deal play. And this is something that people is also taking a scope on too, is that Duke is from Chicago. There's a lot of, we understand what goes down in Chicago. We understand the discontent that goes down between rival sets, BDs, GDs, foes, you know what I'm saying? Blackstones, all these things, right? And Duke, he grew up around all this. So it's funny how he knew to stay distant from all that and to go the opposite direction. You know what I'm saying? Create a trade, or should I say go to school for a trade. And with that trade, invest in a jewelry business so that trade could help you build a business to provide for you and your family. And something like this happened to him. Well, again, he did everything in his interest to stay out the streets of Chicago. So how does he do all that for over 28 years? How he do all that for that long and then go out to H-Town for 3 days and get sent up? That don't make sense. That's the reason why his brother Stacks had to fly out to H-Town and have a conversation with J.Prince and his guys pertaining to his brother untimely demise, and also guess what happened to the jury. Of course, the jury is not of the same significant importance, but at the same time, Duke brother Stacks do understand that his brother could have been sent up pertaining to the expensive jewelry that he had brought out to H-Town from Chicago. Because like I told you guys before, it's not just based on the Tasmanian chain or charm that he wearing that a lot of people see. No, what Stacks is talking about pertaining to the jewelry is the Louis Vuitton bag, okay? Again, there's a missing Louis Vuitton bag with over $1 million worth of jewelry inside. But check this out. All I'm saying is, I don't want to see the back and forth. We don't want to see nobody else get sent up behind Duke untimely demise. You understand? Same thing happened with anybody else. I got the same mentality for any rapper and his affiliates and his family to understand that you have to move a certain way once you put yourself out there in the rap industry. And also, with that being said, the people that's not rappers and want to hang around rappers, you have to be aware of who you with. You have to be aware of, do this person got a lot of beef on social media? Is this person always in something pertaining to the rap industry? Is this person's name always mentioned in somebody's untimely demise? If all these questions tend to be true, then you got to go the opposite way. You have to be aware of who you're around. It don't matter if they got money, man. Because again, you being around them because they got money could result in your untimely demise. And again, rest in peace to Duke the jeweler, man. It's a sad situation. And again, it's very sad because this man was a father. He was a son. He was a brother. You understand? He was a business partner. And he lost all that going out to H-Town, man. When he was just going out to enjoy himself. Enjoy the business that he created with his family. And he couldn't even do that in peace. Yeah, man, it all ties into the point that we making here and that we trying to hone in, is that there's another fatherless son out there, man. This is something that Duke brother Stacks has to explain to Duke's son on a daily basis, pertaining to his father going out to a concert out in H-Town and not making it back to Chicago. And that's a messed up situation. Because like I said, especially when he gonna let him know that his pops wasn't even in the streets. He was a businessman. That's the part that gets me, because it's happening too much. It's happening to people that's supposed to get into the game to change their lives. Even rappers, from rappers to entertainers, you know what I'm saying, to jewelers like Duke. But then the opposite end up happening. And this is something that Duke brother Stacks has to explain to his son. And he got to go on a daily basis trying to understand why his pops was sent up. What was the last conversation they had? Like, real talk, man. And the thing is, he not going to have his father there to discuss what's going on in the world. And that's the part that gets me. Hey, but as always, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network.